Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Hopefully you're reading with me and thank you for joining me. Please be sure to hit subscribe, like, share and comment down below. This is a platform for us to all share information that we're gaining, and I'm more than excited to hear what you have to say and to share my thoughts with you. My name, as known as Mashinini-Madindwa, the channel name is Book Brokers, and it's all about business, books and learning, create a platform and a community whereby learning is a thing that we do often. Um, the book that we're still currently reading is The Richest Man in Babylon, one of my favorite books by far. I think probably ranked between one of my top two. And we're reading the third chapter. I've been accepted for the third chapter for a while because in the third chapter we finally get to see how to get rich, you know what I mean? How to build up a wealth, how to amass the multitudes that everyone is so keen on having. I'm gonna put out a challenge to you. If you spot me anywhere, please be more than welcome to step up to me, ask me about the book, and we'll share a quick conversation. If you see me in a bookstore, come say hi, let's have a quick conversation, and I'll probably mention you somewhere on the channel. Let's make it an interactive thing whereby I learn, you learn, I learn, you learn. The more we learn, the better it is for us. So currently we're doing the third chapter, which is the 7 Cures to a Lean Wallet. So in the first chapter, we saw two guys meeting a friend to ask about business. The second chapter, we now actually got to meet the friend and see where he started. So now this is now Arkad, having spent a couple of years doing what he does and building up a wealth, right? As soon as he's built it up, he's asked to now share the information, which is where we are. We're sitting in that room waiting to learn how he did what he did. So the 7 Cures gives you a step-by-step on how to actually build a wealth up, you know what I mean? So it gives you 7 steps, simple, plain, straight to the point, and some of these steps are not, it's not, some of these steps you don't have to do yourself every time. Some of these steps can be now given over to someone else. I'll mention those steps when they come. But let's get into the crux of it. Hopefully you're reading the book, hopefully you're enjoying it, because as I just said, it's one of my favorite books. So the first step is a step that was mentioned in the chapter before, which is pay yourself a tenth of everything you earn. So out of every 10 rand that sits in your pocket, one of it does not exit. So you can live off 9 parts of whatever you earn. So that is something that you need to do continuously, consistently, and build that investment capital. We always hear about capital. That's how you build that capital, by taking 10% of everything you earn and putting it aside to be invested. 10%. It's really not that much, if you look at it and you follow this step by step, it's not much. That's where the second step comes in now. One would then say, hey, if I'm looking to earn a lot more money, it's because I don't make enough money already as is, which is what comes across in the book also. And the cure to that, which is the second cure, which is actually build up a budget, because it's your budget, you know what you spend, and you know what's important to you. Actually budget everything you spend on, watch where your money is going, and if you keep within that, because that way you'll be able to keep within that 90%, and in keeping within that 90%, you're able to put that 10% aside for investment. So budget what you earn. Don't just spend willy-nilly. This is your life, this is your wealth, so you need to be very conscious about it. So budget. Application. It always comes back down to application. The third step is now taking that 10% that you've been putting away every month and now looking for ways to make it more. This step, this ties, the third and fourth step tied very closely, because in the third step is now looking for different places to invest your money. Like if you take your money to the bank, for example, the bank will give you interest on money you've saved. So you open up a savings account. So that means your capital is insured and you can invest and there will be a consistent, small yet consistent increase on your money. So the bank will take your money, invest it in something that they're sure about, and then you make your money back. That small, consistent increase. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of business. I'll find out where I heard that. That was actually a very nice quote. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of business, because that small interest compounded upon itself becomes something that grows extremely rapidly. And then a man's wealth is not based on how much he has in his wallet. We hear about such and such is worth this much money. That's not what makes a man wealthy. What makes a man wealthy is the income streams that he has built around his wallet. Golden streams that flow into his wallet, that keep it flush, that keep it full, that keep it growing. So that compound interest is a stream. Your paycheck is a stream. So you take that, you put it in a pot, you invest it in something else, it comes back out, it keeps growing. That growth on growth on growth on growth, And the only problem I had about this rule, which did not sit very well with me, that was a personal thing, which was the reference to slavery. I'm just iffy about that, but the basis of the cure I still stand by. The finding things for your money to do that will grow your money. The next one, which is the fourth cure, which ties in very closely with the third cure, is don't just now be throwing your money at anything. You know what I mean? We already found out what happened with the brickmaker Asmir. Yes, Asmir, the brickmaker, who was sent to buy jewels. Don't throw your money at something that you don't know. First, make sure you understand the industry that you're investing money in. It's something that you understand openly, and often you can make money from things that you already know about. As if you know about music, if you're an artist, now take that, move a step further, because you know the business of music. Now you better able to manage a studio. You know what I mean? Because you know what is needed in a studio, what makes money, what equipment you would need, so that you can keep your costs down and increase your income. If you're in banking, I feel like in banking that's one of the easiest ones. If you're in whatever company you're working for, you now know the in and out working of that company. You know the in and out workings of the industry. If you work for South Sea, you work for South Sea, you know someone who works at MTN. You can see which you know how the company is doing, so you can see which companies have a larger market share. Then you would then buy stocks in companies within the realm of telecommunications, because that's the industry that you know. So that's the one industry that wouldn't take too much work for you to actually do research about. It's something you work with on a day-to-day basis. So don't just throw your money at any market. If they're saying Forex is booming right now, if you know nothing about Forex, don't go into Forex. You don't know the foreign exchange. You don't know how those what regulates the up and down movement. If you don't understand it, don't go into it. Don't throw money down holes, because you will lose your money. Guard your money. It is your seed money. You've worked hard to amass that capital. Don't now make a gift of it to unknowingly. The fifth rule is one I feel it was well placed. This is my personal view. Let me know what you think. I feel the fifth rule says make a dwelling, make an income of your dwelling. So don't stay in a place that stifles you as a person. Stay in a place that gives you room to grow, So surround yourself. If you are currently renting somewhere, look for a place that would allow you. Look for a place that is within a price range whereby you'll be able to pay the mortgage if you were to buy that house at the exact same prices that you're spending on your lease, because that way you end up owning the property, and that's another income, you know what I mean? Because if you own your property, now you get tax deductions and all the likes, if I'm correct. I'll stand corrected by that. I'm not a tax practitioner, so my knowledge of tax is very few and far between, but you find these things out. You now find a place that's in an area which you feel is developing, or you find an area whereby you'll get a lot of land and you'll be able to use the land. If you're into farming, make an income of your dwelling. If you have a family, don't have your family staying in a place that's uncomfortable for your family. Have your family staying in a place that they enjoy, So that's one of those things that I felt was very well placed, because it's not the first step. It's not, hey, as soon as you start making money, buy yourself a house. No, it's first develop other incomes. As soon as you've developed other incomes, then you look into buying a house. So I feel it was well placed. Let me know if you think this was a strategic placement for the cure, or you think it just so happened that Arkad thought about it there and then. Yeah. let's not make Arkad a god. He also reminds us, and I think it's in the second chapter, that he was a mere man. He just had a very strong desire. So let's not make him a god. Let me know down below what you think. I think it was strategically placed to let you know that it's not the first thing you should be doing. You should first ensure that you've got streams coming into your pocket. As soon as those streams are coming in, then you now you now buy the house that you live in, own the roof that's above your head. It's actually a very great feeling. It's one of those feelings I'm currently trying to build up to, whereby I've got multiple incomes, then buy the property that I live in. And then the sixth law is the one I had mentioned earlier on, about you don't have to do everything yourself. With the sixth and seventh law in today's current market, because the sixth law is ensure future incomes. Everyone's thinking, oh, I need to start a business and do this and do that. No, ensuring a future income. If you're working currently, you pay you pay for annuity fund. That's ensuring future incomes. That's something that the company does for you. So now go speak to that. Go speak to your. I think you probably have to go speak to your HR, HR admin, and find out who's handling that and what's happening to your money. Let them go, if they can give you contact details with whoever's handling the annuity fund, and then you speak to them to now start customizing it for you, because they might be investing it as a bulk, whereby your horizon time versus someone who's in their 50s, those are two different horizon times. So you can risk, you can take risky investments right now because you'll have time to recover the profits later on. Whereas someone who's in their 50s can't be doing the same thing because they are a lot closer to retirement. So get in contact with the people who are managing your annuity fund. Put the monies that you're putting aside, put together a will, so that if you are taken from this world untimely, things have been put in place to actually care for your family even after your passing. So it's not just living for the now, it's living for today, tomorrow, Next thing is stepping into the today, tomorrow, forever situation, right? That's the sixth cure. And then the seventh is one that I feel a lot of people downplay a lot. When you look at the most rich people, you think, oh no, Bill Gates is mad rich because he started a business and his business is making money. Warren Buffett is mad rich because he started a business and his business is making money. Yet you look at what these people's businesses are doing, they're doing different things. So what you should rather focus on doing is increasing your ability to earn, which is the seventh cure. Seventh cure is to increase your ability to earn. So in increasing your ability to earn, that means whatever you're currently doing, get better at it. That's a move. So if you're working reception, take a shorthand writing. Yeah, I think it's shorthand writing course that would allow you to be a more efficient receptionist, and the progress of that, if you put time and money into your craft, it comes out to, it pays back. There's skills development levy. Find courses that will allow you to better do what you do, and your company will pay for you to take these courses. That's the point of skills development levy. Get better at what you do. If you're an artist, get better at your music. If you're an accountant, get better at keeping track of a business. If you're an engineer, get better at your designing. If you're a teacher, get better at being a teacher, whether that means going getting a postgraduate degree, whether that means putting more time and more effort into what you do, whether that means zoning in, like sitting in and actually putting full focus into what you do. Get better at what you do, and that will increase your ability to earn more, increase the ability to earn more. Now you're in a better spot, so that is cure number 7. So that's the 7 cures. So let's give a quick recap. I keep reading them off because I don't want to mislead you. So first cure is to put aside your 10%. Second cure, control your spending. Third cure, take that 10%, invest it in something. Fourth cure, watch closely what you invested in. Fifth cure, make a profit of where you stay. Sixth cure, insure for future incomes. And seventh cure is to get better at what you do. 7 simple steps. 7 steps that anyone and everyone can do in their own individual life. These 7 steps will put you on a path if you keep doing it over and over. The repetition, it's a beautiful repetition, compounded interest in your money, compounded interest in your skills. The repetition and getting better at what you do, the more and more you practice these 7 steps, the more and more your wealth will grow. So if there's something that happened within these 7 steps that you felt I didn't mention, please drop down in the comments below. Know that I'm excited to interact with you, and guys, enjoy. Next, the next chapter, I'll try to remember, but it's a great book. I could close it down here, but there's a couple more chapters that are coming that I feel like are bomb F. Because I'm not gonna act like I'm 75, guys. I'm only in my 20s. I'm not gonna say exactly how old. So there's a couple of things that are coming chapters, like how to control your debt, how to bounce back from debt, and that type of thing. That's still coming in the book. So Arkad doesn't just give you if you've never been in a bad financial situation. Arkad puts you on from bad to good to leaving home. Like, look, this book literally teaches you any and every way to make money from any and every way phase of life that you add. So please, man, hit like, hit subscribe, hit share. Thank you for watching, and till next time, guys, enjoy.